And I can tell you, you can look at my videos and tell that my loyalty lies with the people who give me their time in watching my videos. It's not with TikTok or Ken Cove, who I like Ken Cove and I buy from Ken Cove, and Ken Cove has been good to me and they've sent me things, and as have a couple other companies. But my loyalty, it, I decided that when I looked into the Creator Fund, I thought that's not how I want to go about things. I am not saying that I don't want to make money for the effort that I put forward. What I am saying is if I'm going to make money, it's going to be because I want to help people and they come first. And I've said it multiple times in my videos that that I care about the people who give me their time and attention on here and not the companies. I guess I'm saying that wrong because I do care about them, but they're not my priority. My priority are the people that I'm helping. And if
That
that means that I have to tell them to buy something from somewhere else and maybe not Ken Cove or not Myers Poultry, then that's going to I'm going to tell them where they should go buy it from for what's best for them.
well, as long as you have that mentality, that's everything. Uh, because that's how I felt. Now, I've told this story in one of my other lives, but I'll tell everybody else. That's probably watching on your side that I focus on helping people. The rest will happen. And so, a prime example is this: I had a girl reach out to me because she wants to grow lettuce because she has hamsters, and lettuce is going through the roof. She said, "I see you sell seeds, but I've never grown anything." And she found me off TikTok. And I said, "Where do you stay?" And she says, "I live in an apartment. I got two hamsters, and they eat, basically like 2 or 3 leaves of lettuce a day." And I was, to me, it was just crazy that somebody was just reaching out to me. Number one, as in like, number one, how can you grow this in an apartment? Because she said, "I live in an apartment." She says, "I got two hamsters, and you know, I'm just trying to save money." And I said, "Just because of the fact you reached out to me, I'm just going to send you to stuff, and good luck. Good luck trying to do this. And I'll help you as much as I can. You see me a message if you need me, but you know, I just looked at it as in, as long as I help somebody, it doesn't even matter." And that was like right after I went viral, and you know, and it'll always come back to you if you good. I promise you, it'll always come back if you help somebody. And I've seen that
It
time
will.
after time after time, and
Mm-hmm.
that's what keeps me wanting to make more content because I want somebody else to be in a situation with their back against the wall and say, "Hey, I need to learn how to do this. Can you help me?" Okay, well, let's go. Let's go to work. Because here's what people don't know is when you buy plants from me, it's not over. Just like if someone finds you and wants your help, it ain't over. It's once they get a plant in the mail from me, they always have access to me, and that's what's pretty cool. It has its downside because I don't have much time, but
Yeah,
I go to
one
bed.
one of the downsides that one of the downsides I've ran into, and I would bet that you have also, and I know Jordan has, he's probably told you also, is the like I get really discouraged when I can't comment and reply to all of them. And I'll skip over the jerks. I'm
Yep.
fine with that. But it takes a lot of it takes a lot of time to just weed through the crap to find the people and I to find the people that you want to reply to. And I don't know how I want to ask you about this. How important is it for your community, the folks that's following you, the folks that you're communicating with, how important is it for you that they don't change their profile picture?
Say that
Do you
again.
look for that whenever you think about it? I do. I maybe don't know. Jordan does it too. But that picture is like their face. And I don't need them to change their face because I recognize them by that picture. So when I start getting tired and I've got other stuff to do, and I'm trying to scroll through these comments, and I want to get to the people who I know care about me. I want to look at what they commented, if they got a question, if they had a compliment. I want to find them, and that picture is how I do it.
Yeah, there's some people that'll stand out. There's some people that'll stand out that way. And that matters. That matters to a degree to me.
Do you ever catch yourself doing that? Do you ever catch yourself doing that when you got stuff to do? You only got a few minutes and you're scrolling. Like, does it ever cross your mind? You're like, and Jordan kind of taught me that. Actually, he taught me that back when I didn't have that problem.
Well, I'll tell you this.
He's like, sometimes there's so many of them. I'm just scrolling and I'm looking for the people who are faithful, who are loyal.
Okay.
And I do that.
Tell you how you handle that.
Now,
so if you look, I think I only follow 100 people on TikTok. But if they comment, "Hey, I want to buy a plant," or "I want to do this," or if they have a general interest in doing what I'm doing, they automatically get a follow, and I automatically message them, and it is me. My wife really does very little on our TikTok account. I that way I have direct contact with them, and they can't go away, because sometimes the comments they go so fast if you post 2 or 3 videos a day, and if you don't go back and check the comment, they're gone. As in, they're still there, but I'm just saying, as in, like, they're harder to find. And so what I do is I try to follow them before they go away forever, because I just want to be able to answer those people's questions. Again, out of those 100 that I follow, maybe 20 of them are people with over 100,000 followers, and the rest of them are just everyday, ordinary people that ask me a question, and I want to make sure they have a way to contact me, because just like I do, that everybody can't message you on TikTok. So I try to find a way that they can get a hold of me a little bit easier. But I'll tell you what I always look for. So I'll tell you what I always look for. I always look for the people who always comment, because the truth is, if they always comment, if they don't comment, I think something's wrong. So if you're watching this and you've always commented on my stuff, and I see you haven't, if there's a way for me to get a hold of you, I'm gonna ask and make sure you're okay. For my first follower that really has a relationship with me is Joseph Goins, and he was on my live before it went down. And come to find out, he found me from Nate Petrosky's Narrowway Homestead. I sent Nate some plants just randomly one day, and then that guy found me from the video. Come to find out, he lives an hour from my house. And anyway, if I'm on live or anything like that, or if I post a video, and then he's in the video in the live right now, he just commented. He if he don't comment, I think something's wrong. And so I think that matters, to have the personal touch, because I think everybody wants to have a personal touch with a TikToker that's got over 50, 100,000 followers, you name it. They think we're famous, but we're just every ordinary day people.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel like you were getting ready to ask me something before.
Yeah, my wife asked what you're doing to prepare for the growing season. And somebody else asked if you do anything. Someone else in a comment over here. So if you're commenting on my live, Colin can't see that. So I'm just relaying that message. If I miss what you want me to ask Colin, just put it in there again. I'm going to try to catch it. My wife said, what are you doing to prepare for the upcoming growing season?
Well, I'll be honest with you. I'm trying to get a hold of seeds. I know this sounds crazy. But if you go to these bulk suppliers online, they show out. And I'm down to my last little bit. And I got to squirrel some away for me. So, no, it really and truly, here's a 15 bag of potato seed starters. I'm doing that next.
Okay.
just getting everything ready. I'm making sure I ain't missing nothing for when the dirt really needs to hit the ground. And I say that because 90% of the stuff I grow is in containers. I will put it in some sort of form, way, or another in a container because the average person, again, that follows me, if you look in my comments, they say I ain't got nowhere to do it. I rent. I can't destroy somebody's yard. So I'm gonna show everybody how to do all this stuff in containers. But I'm also gonna build some pretty cool things as well.
So that's one thing. That's one thing people. Let me interrupt you real quick while we're on the subject of land and renting and not having room or whatever. That's one thing. That's a I guess a misconception is in order to have a farm, you got to have land and a cow, and that is absolutely not correct.
Nope.
And I mean, so tell me, how much land do you have to do what you do that has brought you 250,000 followers? How much land is it?
If I told you
what you're about to say, I want you to know something before you say this. What you're about to say is going to help so many people that's watching this live right here.
Okay. So this is one of the questions that I've been fully prepared to answer. And the truth is, I really live on 1 acre. So you can call it salty acre, not salty acres. Okay. All the Karens out there will say that. However, my mom lives directly across the street from me. I build across from her. She has 4 acres. And I do some things over there. So it's not necessarily a fib, but everything you see will be in my backyard, with the occasional I'll show you the greenhouse, that kind of stuff. And I probably will shoot in the greenhouse first week of February, drop some videos in it. But you don't need anything. You don't even need a greenhouse. You don't even need much at all. The only thing you need to have is a desire to try to learn how to do this stuff. And don't get overwhelmed with trying to do this stuff, because everybody has their own way of doing it. And
yeah, that's right.
My goal, and I'm going to show everybody, if it was daytime, I'd be showing everybody containers. I got these cattle containers. They're the protein tubs.
Yeah.
They're protein like 20 tubs. They're 20 gallons maybe, I think.
Yeah.
I have roughly about 20 to 30 of them, and I have planned to have those fully stocked with potatoes. And I'm going to plant one about every week, and so I can have it rotating out. And that'll be in a backyard that's basically 1 acre. And I want everybody to see, if you're determined to grow your own food, you can do it.
So you're saying that you don't need 15 acres or 50 acres or 100 acres to do what you're doing.
You don't.
And be successful at it.
Yes. And I will say to everybody as well, I need it now. I need 15 acres because I have like 250,000 people, and at least 2 a day send me a message saying, "Hey, can I come to your place?" Now, yeah, you could probably come out here, but you wouldn't be expecting what you're expecting. So I've got to get a place now, and TikTok has made that a real thing that's got to happen. Now, I wish I had Jordan's place. I'm not going to lie. But I wouldn't be able to grow half the stuff there. But you don't need much. And to be honest with you, when I started this is no lie. Yeah, I want everybody to hear this. My wife told me I couldn't do this. She sat there and looked me in the face and said, "You can't do this." But my wife also knows as well that I need to hear that, because I want to prove to everybody.
Oh, that's motivator. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So, hey, I want you to take a minute, scroll through your comments there if you got any questions you need to answer, and I'm gonna talk just a little bit about where I'm, like what I've got going on and where I'm kind of going. Jordan and I were going to talk about the future of our farms. We'll do that another time. But so right now I am raising. I got 200. I think it's probably more like 175, 170 red sex links layers growing. I have 45 layers laying, and I have some goats. I have 6 goats. All of them have been given to me free on separate occasions, 2 separate occasions. And I don't know what I'm going to do with the, I don't know what we're going to do with the goat operation. That's kind of in Carly's hands. So I don't know that I've ever talked a whole lot about Carly, but Carly is Carly has a 3-year-old that she stays home with, and she's going to do that until he heads off to school. But she grew up around farms and animals. And so when she found out about us, she actually started helping us by helping at the farmers markets. That's kind of where we met Carly. We were looking for help to do these farmers markets. Carly shows up one day as a patron, and we had a little sign there that said we were looking for help. Because at one time we were running 4 farmers markets on Saturdays. I mean, we had stuff coming and going. It was nuts. So she started. And then after she started helping us with the farmers markets, I learned that she also wanted to work with the animals. So, and since we're not doing the farmers markets now, she helps a lot with the animals, but she also handles almost all of the order processing. We get orders throughout the week. Thursday night, Friday morning, Carly will process all those orders. And then Friday evening, she will deliver them. And then when I'm out of town, like I went to the pastured poultry producers conference in Dallas. I was down there for 3 or 4 days, and not only did she do those orders on Thursday and make those deliveries on Friday, but she also took care of all the chores for me while I was gone. And so that's how Carly fits into the situation, into our operation. And then I kind of explained Kate. I don't even know where Kate lives, on the East Coast somewhere, maybe over there by you. You're in North. I don't know. I really don't. Kate helps me with. Kate is also a stay-at-home mom, although Kate has a business where she helps folks market online, and so that's where she comes into play. But I haven't mentioned Carly very much, but Carly helps me quite a bit with the farm. And then I have coincidence. So stay-at-home moms are ideal for me because my farm's not big enough to employ someone full
that's
time.
right. That's right.
So we have Chastity, and she helps at the farm. She doesn't help so much at my house because she lives near the actual farm. You know, we have most of it here right now, but we do have stuff at the farm, and when we have stuff there, or even now, I just call her up and I'll say, hey, this is what we got going on, and she'll step up and help. And it's a little bit different that most of your help is stay-at-home moms, but if you really put the picture together, I tapped into the right staffing
That's
folks.
right.
It's
That's
like,
exactly
what
right.
do you need? I'll tell you what I need. I need stay-at-home moms that want to help me with this farm, and it works like a champ.
Yeah, I'll tell you this much. My wife, she's, you know, she's a full/part-time nurse. When I say full-time/part-time, she works 3 days, and when she's home and helping me out with answering questions, it is amazing because I think, like you said, it best, full-time stay-at-home moms are perfect for it, and I keep telling my wife we probably need to head that direction. Um, I did have someone ask, can we cut seed potatoes in pieces or do they need to be planted whole? Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I have yet to actually cut my seed potatoes in half. I know you can, and everything else, but I haven't. And that's just what I prefer. Um, I don't know if that determines your yield or not. To be honest with you, to me, I'm OCD. I'm not going to change anything up. And I sell my eggs um, locally. Um, I might drive 30 minutes to meet somebody, but that's about it. If someone wants to shake my hand from TikTok, by all means, uh, just message me. I will say this. You know what I'm kind of interested in doing after we hung the phone uh, the other day. I wouldn't mind if you got any people that are trying to start TikTok, feeling down. I wouldn't mind helping people get their accounts going. I think
It gets me down.
I think there's a little bit of creativity that has to take place, but it have to take somebody getting out of their comfort zone just a little bit in order to get a following. And I can tell you, I was way out of my comfort zone when I posted my first video. But that's what it took. If you're not comfortable, you ain't growing. So
Oh,
I'm gonna
hey,
say
I can't tell you how many times. I can't tell you how many times I've said exactly what you just said. If you're always comfortable, you're most likely not growing.
yeah. I've realized that tremendously through this past year. But it took my wife saying, "No, number one, you can't do this," and it took her to say, "No, I couldn't do the next thing and the next thing," and eventually I just said, "I'm going to keep doing this," and uh, it was very uncomfortable. It was very uncomfortable. Back was against the wall, and I just said, "You know what? I'm gonna do it." And so, if anybody's thinking about creating a TikTok account and trying to do something with it, message me. Put in a comment till I answer you. Hey, I want some help. Um, I'll try to help you as much as I can. Um, it might get to the
You've
point.
helped me. You've
It
helped
might get to the
me.
point I charge for it, because it's my time. But you know, if I really help you, then pay me. If I don't help you, then don't pay me. Um, and that's the way I look at it. So
So the other day, I helped a friend of mine with putting up some electric polywire, electric fence, temporary electric fence, and it was a pretty good chunk. They were trying to keep their dogs contained, and he said, "Hey, how much do I owe you?" And I said, "I don't want you to pay me until we have results worth paying for."
that's right.
And 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 I'm glad I did that because for several different reasons, what we didn't work. And I would have felt pretty bad had he paid me for that
And it did.
when he didn't get a result out of it.
Yeah,
Now, if I am 100% confident in what I'm doing, and you're asking, you want me to do it for you? Yeah, you might should pay me up front. Maybe I should require that. But when I'm not, it's just like what I'm pay me for results.
that's right. That's exactly right.
So
So
we're getting close to. We're at 8:25. I'm a stickler for time. They know it. I got it. My wife, although she's very supportive, she doesn't want me to stick around on live all night. So let me run through here. Someone asked me a question. Italian by descent. Okay, so I have a Facebook community group. You can find that at my website. Carrie, will you put that in there for me, or Justin, somebody put that in there for me? GannFarmRaise.com, and then click Facebook community. Answer the questions if you want in. If you don't want to answer the questions, that's fine. You just don't get in. Answer the questions. That's automatic. If it approves you, you answer them. If it says pending, you didn't answer all of them. But then somebody asked, and I think you've already answered this, but you're growing your own. Are you growing everything yourself? Are you starting everything by seed?
no, that's the
No.
that's
Okay.
that's the thing. You know, if I this is the truth. If I showed everybody how to do it, It would take away some aspect of people needing plants from me. So there's a happy medium, you know. Um, if people buy the plants from me, I will show them how to make more of them. But that's private. But I do grow pretty much everything I sell. I don't grow every seed variety that I have, you know, that kind of stuff, because I don't like all certain things. But I'm just saying, in general, if it produces fruit, I grow it, because my kids will devour it if I don't. If I don't grow it, I can't keep up
Yeah.
with them.
Hey, Jordan said you could move over there by him and get 15 acres and homestead with him.
Well, that's what he said on here, but I want to drop that in there.
Yeah.
Somebody asked about my awesome egg carton. Okay. Today, I think I texted you and told you this. I know I may have texted Jordan. I don't know. So many people asked about this egg carton. They were like, listen, this is no lie now. People from LA were messaging me saying, hey, do you want to sell those eggs? I will pay you $25 if you'll ship them. And I'm like, holy cow. So I decided, if you like the egg carton because it's so pretty, just cover the shipping. It's on the Etsy store. And there's a girl who literally made me do that.
I saw the video. She made a video about it.
She's the one who messaged me and was like, hey, I have to do this. Like,
yeah.
And I'm just like, all right, I'll put it up there.
Yep, I saw it. So Casey asked me if I do any gardening, and I do. I grow tomatoes, jalapenos, and okra. My wife makes homemade salsa to die for, and we pickle the okra, which we both love. Those are the only three things. Isn't that the only three things? That's the only three things that we grow. We might grow more. Last year, that was it. We just tomatoes, jalapenos, and okra.
Yeah, that's pretty much what I grow. I haven't gotten to the canning thing, but I bought all the supplies to do it this year. Also gonna start trying to make my own jams this year as well.
Okay, so what do you give? I'm reading a question here. What do you give to start that first video? I can tell you it's easy. And I don't know, Colin, what your first videos look like, but I'm actually glad that my first videos are still on there. And you can go, they're way back there. But yep. I think it would be encouraging. There's no way I can pronounce that name who asked me about just what it would take to start the first video. I'm just going to call you Junior because the last two letters are JR. It would be encouraging to you to go. It'll take you some time. Go all the way back to my first videos. My first videos were like March of last year. Go watch them.
Yep.
You will be encouraged, and you will think, well, heck, if he can do that, I can do it. You're exactly right.
You'll learn it's a process. You'll learn it's a process. You learn how to start speaking better on camera. You learn how to edit it better. And
you realize it's a production, and you start knowing, like, you know what to cut. And you know, like, you learn how to start. Like, I used to start my videos off, and I was kind of slow. Well, that don't work.
Yep.
You know, speed that up and have that first bit to be significant, and then you'll see progress immediately. But here's what I'm going to tell you, Junior. What do you give to start that first? What advice do you give to start that first video? It's simple. You got to hit record, because if you're not hitting record, you're not making any progress at all.
Yep.
Hit record. And sometimes what I do is I'll hit record. What time is it? We got like no time. I'll hit record.
Keep it going.
I'll start recording something. I'll start recording until I get in a groove, because I know I can always go back and delete the stuff I didn't like.
Yep.
So I just start talking, and then you get in this groove, and you start feeling better, and you're more confident, and then you can cut that other crap and you got you a good little section. And you don't have to have a long section. It don't have to be long.
Yep.
And it don't have to be perfect. I said something earlier today. It was like posting makes perfect, and you can't post if you don't hit record.
That's right. That's right. If you look at my beginning videos, by the way, I'll keep it short. I didn't show my face in like the first 6 or 7, 8 of them. And I thought I had a viral idea. I thought it would actually go very well. My wife found it online. It's this little Snoop Dogg up on the shelf, and we bought it back in June of last year. And I said I wanted to do Snoop in a coop. It was her idea. I said maybe we can get some traction going that way. But then what you realize is it takes your face. It takes a connection. People want to bond with somebody. Trust me. So don't be afraid to put your face out there.
Yeah, they do.
Someone asked, what animals you got? Let's go through all the questions and we'll call it quits. Someone asked, what animals do you have, if any? I got a dog, by the way, and I got a cat. And if you saw me post with my kids, you might consider them animals.
Oh, I got you on dogs. We got 5 dogs around here. Where is that dog?
Somewhere bed.
Oh.
Tired.
Well, Colin, thank you very much for filling in for Jordan.
Yep. We'll do it again next weekend. If you still want to keep me on for next weekend, that's fine.
Jordan, we missed you tonight. We will rain check that video we have planned. Colin, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Salty Acres NC for North Carolina. Salty Acres. And then let me remind you that Facebook community group. Go to GannFarmRaised.com. GannFarmRaised.com. Click